Hello, all of my lovely art students. It was suggested that I start this video by showing you my face because I know I miss all of your lovely faces, so maybe you miss mine. This week, we are going over the element of art colors, so our primary, secondary colors, and how to make our secondary colors. And we're making a color wheel heart. So this will be super fun. If for some reason you do not have coloring supplies, then for now just write the colors that are supposed to go there, and please send me a message so I can maybe help you out. And if you watch this video to the end, you'll get to see a guest appearance by my lovely cat, Odin. So let's get started and have some fun. So for this project, you're going to need something to draw with. I recommend the color black, a crayon, a Sharpie, a pencil, a pen, any of that will work. Then you're also going to need something to color with. I'm using paint. However, the only reason I'm using paint is because this way you can see me actually mixing the colors when we get to our secondary colors. But you can use whatever you have on hand, crayons, color pencils, markers, any of that will work. In fact, with crayons and color pencils, you can still kind of mix your primary colors together. It just won't be quite as good as paint, but it still works. So let's get started. The first step is I need to get my drawing material. So for me, that's a crayon, and I'm going to draw my heart. To do that, I'm going to start in the center of my paper right here, and I'm going to draw a curved line like I'm drawing a hill or an upside down U. And then I'm going to draw a diagonal straight line that goes all the way until I meet where my curved line began. So see, they line up. It's almost like I said, we're drawing a candy cane. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Again, a curved line. And then I continue into a diagonal straight line. Whoop. Like that. So I've got a nice big heart. Now what I need to do is I need to divide my paper into 6 sections for the color wheel part. So I'm going to go from corner to corner just with a diagonal straight line. And then over here, corner to corner. And then I'm going to draw a vertical straight line that goes right down the middle of my paper. And I'm going to try my best to touch where my 2 diagonals meet. So I had to curve a little bit, but that's okay. And now we are ready to start the coloring part. For the coloring part of our project where we make our color wheel, we're going to start by only coloring the heart. We are ignoring the area around the heart for now. So we're starting with our primary colors, which are blue, yellow, and red. These are our starter colors where we cannot make them. You can kind of think of them like our starter level Pokemon. You have to start with those 3 Pokemon, right? Squirtle, Charmander, and Bulbasaur. It's kind of the same thing for art and the primary colors. I'm going to start with the primary color blue, and I can just pick whichever space in my heart I want to start with. Now, I'm going to move on to my next primary color, which is yellow. When I paint yellow on my color wheel, I do not want to paint it next to my blue. They don't want to touch. Maybe they had a fight, maybe they think they have cooties, I don't know what the deal is, but we need to skip 1 white space in between my blue primary color and my yellow primary color. So right here. So there is my yellow. Now I need to paint my red. Again, I need to skip 1 white space. So I'm going to paint it right here. And those are my 3 primary colors. Now I'm ready to move on to my secondary colors. My secondary colors are what I make when I mix 2 of my primary colors together. When I put my secondary colors on the color wheel, I need to make sure to put them next to the 2 primary colors used to make them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right over here to the space in between blue and yellow, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mix blue and yellow together and see what I make. Let's see. Now I'm going to add blue. Looks like blue and yellow makes green. Let's find out what happens when we mix red and blue together next to red and blue. Red and blue make purple, also known as violet. So now we know green is a secondary color, purple is a secondary color. Let's find out what our last secondary color is when we mix yellow and red together. Yellow and red make orange. So our three secondary colors are green, violet, and orange. So now I've finished the color wheel inside of my heart. Our color wheel again helps us figure out how to make our colors, because when we look at a color wheel, if I need to know how I make purple, I just look again and see, okay, well, purple is next to blue and red, so that must be what I mix to make them. We're now going to paint the area around our heart, or color, depending on what materials you are using. For coloring around my heart, what I'm going to do is, for this space right here, this is purple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move across from purple, and across from purple is yellow. So I am going to paint yellow next to my purple over here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. Red is across from green. So I'm going to paint green right here next to my red. If I'm mixing my colors and I don't remember how to make green, I just look over here and I say, okay, well, green is next to yellow and blue. So I need to mix yellow and blue to make my green. And in case you haven't caught on, for this space right here, again, I'm going to my orange right here and I go all the way across. It's across from blue, so I'm going to paint blue right here. I could also guess that because to make green, I mix yellow and blue. Now I'm going to do that for the remaining three spaces, again, making sure to paint the color across from the color I'm painting next to. And ta-da! Your rainbow heart is finished. It has, again, our primary colors, red, yellow, blue, with one space in between them, and it has our three secondary colors, violet, orange, and green. And then it has that color wheel also behind and around that heart. I am excited to see your photos in Edsby, but keep in mind, you have the art itself to keep, so you can hang that up, or it's a rainbow heart. So feel free to give it to somebody that you care about and love, just to remind them how special they are, because who doesn't want to get a rainbow heart? Here, Odin, here's your rainbow heart. Just for you. Oh, he doesn't want it. All right, I can't wait to do more art with you guys next week.